Maybe you're thinking about moving to Northwest Arkansas. Today we're covering the top 5 things that Northwest Arkansas truly is world class and the best at. So let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the no good state of Illinois, the worst. Anyways, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could move to Asheville, I could move to Utah, I could move to Colorado, I could move to Texas, I could move to anywhere I wanted to in America. But I chose Northwest Arkansas, and it is by far the best place to live in America, literally by far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, call me, email me, whatever it is. We can meet up for coffee and talk about, again, why I chose Northwest Arkansas, again, anywhere else in America. Side note, if you are looking to reload to Northwest Arkansas, again, let me know right away. I help so many people every single year move from one state to Northwest Arkansas. My biggest vision, again, is helping as many people move here as possible to, again, the #1 place to live in America. All right, and the first thing to cover is that what Northwest Arkansas is world class at is just the things to do in the area itself. Between outdoor stuff, indoor stuff, mountain biking, rock climbing, kayaking, golfing, hiking, running, walking, trail systems, biking, and especially outdoor stuff, and then indoor stuff is a whole different animal, shopping, work, everything when it comes to that. Northwest Arkansas truly has a little bit of a lot of things for a lot of people. We have huge venues for music, we have huge trail systems, we have outdoor stuff, we have indoor stuff. So when it comes, it's just one of those weird areas that, you know, when you go to larger cities, it does have some of those amenities as well. But the nice thing is it's very condensed, easy to drive, easy access. The fun part of all this is that there's so many big, like let's say for example, a lot of big bands will come through Northwest Arkansas, and they're usually on, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sometimes Saturday, and it's like a 15-minute drive to get from here to the actual huge venue itself, or the Walmart Amphitheater. And so you get to park, you go there. The tickets are usually $25 for the actual grass seating. It's so cheap and affordable. Bring the whole family. It's just so much fun. Whereas if you go to a larger city, it's obviously many more dollars. There's a huge parking problem, and yada yada yada. So again, living in Northwest Arkansas is going to create so many opportunities for just things to do. And the fun part of all this is that obviously, and a different story is that when you have more fun things to do, you're gonna probably do those things. A lot of times you're trapped indoors for either heat or cold or whatever the case is. In the area itself, again, it is endless opportunities of whether you're making new friends or new communities or whatever. It really truly does shine when it comes to things to do in the area itself. And the second thing that Northwest Arkansas truly is world class at is going to be opportunities. Now, not only do I mean opportunities for doing more fun things like I mentioned before, talk about school systems and colleges, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but when it comes to actual work, it is fascinatingly good. I've had so many people jump from a huge career path in a different location, come to Northwest Arkansas and do a huge different career path here in the area itself. I've had people that have lived here their whole life and jump from different career paths in the area. It is fascinating how other large and even mid-sized companies will take risks on people who are going from, like, let's say marketing to sales, or sales to like customer service, or customer service to HR, or someone into, you know, engineering, or whatever the case is, or, you know, they go to college and they get a degree in coding, whatever. And so you see that all the time happening in Northwest Arkansas. You see that in Walmart quite a bit too, where you'll see almost lateral different corporate moves a lot of times. JB Hunt, Tyson, or even like some of the big startups will end up having to do that as well. So again, when you're actually moving here, just know that if you're looking to come from one job to another job, keep your eyes open, keep your thoughts open about maybe a whole different realm of possibilities that you probably didn't think about before, because again, there probably is opportunity certainly for your job style here in Northwest Arkansas, but if you want to get into a different career path, now is the time to do it, because there are so many opportunities in the area, and there are obviously a huge growth patterns. They need more people working here. The unemployment rate is like incredibly rock bottom. It's even lower. It's way even lower than national average. So when it comes to that, it's like when they need more workers, they're more like, meaning like people to fill in positions to do different things, experiment and do stuff and grow in those like large to mid-sized companies. When those opportunities arise, definitely try to take them. I would not be surprised if you're coming from one place to another and being a whole different career path than you would have expected when you originally thought about moving here. And the third thing that Northwest Arkansas is really truly gifted at and good at and world class at is travel. Now, what I mean by that is that a lot of times when you're in kind of, let's say, mid-sized areas, you know, north of 500,000 people, obviously, you're not gonna have a lot of opportunity to go beyond just the simple driving. But for us, we're very fortunate to have XNA, which is our airport. We have so many direct flights that go from Florida to New York to Chicago to LA to Las Vegas to Texas to parts of New England to parts of obviously West Coast. Anywhere in America you want to get to, there's probably a very high Denver. There's probably a very high chance that you're going to want to get to where you want to go to just going through XNA. And the nice thing is that the Northwest Arkansas Council, which is kind of like we'll say a pseudo board of directors that really negotiates with airports and other airlines to make airfare affordable in the area itself. And so there's many times you have a long weekend, you're like, hey, let's just take a trip to Florida. Let's go to LA. Let's go over to West Coast. Let's go let's go up to Chicago. Let's go over to New York City. Very common and very affordable things to think about when just wanting to travel. So again, if you're looking to go international, there is a way to go out of Tulsa as well, and obviously down to Dallas if you need to do that. But realistically, flying out of, if you want to go international, going from here to obviously Chicago, Dallas, Denver, or even obviously parts of Orlando, very easy to do from Northwest Arkansas. So, but beyond obviously flying, driving makes it really easy. Going to Kansas City, which is 3 hours, Tulsa, which is a little bit, smaller size city, but has a lot of amenities, about 2 hours. Going down to Dallas is about 4 hours. Going down to the ocean, so the nearest way to get to the ocean is around like 10 hours sometimes if you want to drive like a full day drive down to New Orleans. But again, there's very easy ways to access so many things within driving or flying in the area itself. Whoa, 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 whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to take a trip down here, maybe you're looking to check out the whole area, checking to see if it's for you, maybe you're just checking out just vacations. I made 3-day itineraries, like literally day by day, restaurant by restaurant, thing by thing, everything when it comes to Northwest Arkansas. So basically you have a full-on plan of what to do when you roll into town. So maybe you're a adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. I have 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. Also, you might be using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally, it's Instant Home Updates. So enter information below, name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to in Northwest Arkansas? Enter all the information below and make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for home for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on First Fridays? When is First Thursdays? What's going on in Fayetteville? What new buildings are coming to Springdale? What new things are going on in Rogers? When's the Saturday? There are so many things all the time. Enter your email below. I make sure you get that email every single Friday, but I need you to be aware. I need you to do a heads up. You will get a little fear of missing out, a little, we'll say FOMO, so to speak, but I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it down to Northwest Arkansas. And the fourth thing that Northwest Arkansas truly does shine at is going to be schools and also school choice. Now, this is kind of part to do with Arkansas. Arkansas does have a tax credit. If you decide to take your kids to a private school or homeschool, you get offered a, multi-$1,000 credit from the state itself to do that. So that's one big benefit to Northwest Arkansas is you get to be able to do that. Also, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas specifically, is really geared towards school choice. You get to choose whether you want to go to Fayetteville, Bentonville, Rogers, or Springdale, or wherever. You get to opt into that. Now, in all fairness, they will put you where they can fit you to some extent. Obviously, Bentonville's very popular, Fayetteville's very popular, or other parts of Northwest Arkansas, and you do have to drive them, but you do get able to apply and get into other schools in general. Whereas coming from Chicago area, yeah, that's not a thing. You actually had to pay extra money to get into those schools, and that was even maybe could happen. So that is one unique thing when I moved down here, was the fact that you get to choose whatever school you want to. Of course, it comes with caveats like I mentioned before, but and the other side of it is that you do get the opportunity to go to any sort of like charter schools, whether it's like STEM based or technology based, or even like there's like a Founders Academy, which is very like, we'll say like standardized, like you're just gonna learn written, English, math, that's it, kind of like science, that's it, you're gonna do like that kind of style up there, up at Founders. So there's so many different styles of charter schools in the area itself that you get to opt out of public school and then go into charter school. So when it comes to actually school systems in Northwest Arkansas, people have very many choices and they do exercise them quite a bit in the area itself. Very common to see people in the homeschool route, up at over at Tyson for a STEM school, over at Founders, over at Haas Hall, over at so many, or wherever it is, there are so many charter schools and private schools that people end up going there as well. So very common to see that in Northwest Arkansas. And the fifth and final thing that Northwest Arkansas truly does shine at is going to be its community. Now, a lot of people have moved here in the last 10 years. So the community is very fresh. There are still a lot of, we'll say originals, or people that have lived here, obviously people that have lived here for more than 10 years, 20 years, but a lot of people that have lived here have been here in the last 10 to 15 years, realistically. So they want to build community. They want new events happening. They want more trail systems. They want to do more things and invite people into the area itself. It is a rare day, and I've yet to hear this out of any client, anyone I've ever moved here, this phrase come out of their mouth. Not of theirs, but out of other people's. I've never had a native person that lived here for a long time say, we don't want people from California, we don't want people from Nevada, we don't want people from New York or Illinois. They're super inviting to welcome to the area. Now, in some fairness, they are very accustomed to that because Walmart, J.B. Hunt, Tyson, all the major companies have been bringing people in for the last 20 years. So it's kind of like, welcome to the area. Like it's this kind of common factor. And that could be a big part of it as well. And obviously with the University of Arkansas, a lot of people come from Texas and out of state or out of country to come to Northwest Arkansas or come to Arkansas, or obviously U of A to study here. So that's kind of a common practice too. So a lot of people have been conditioned to accept obviously people from all across the world to move to Northwest Arkansas. So maybe that's a factor as well, but I've yet to hear anyone disencourage or dispel or say anything mean against people moving to the area itself. Usually it's heavily encouraged, it's loved, welcome to the area, we would like to have you join these communities, do these different things. So when it comes to community in Northwest Arkansas, very well accepting, very community focused between the downtown sections and all the events and the first Fridays, the first Thursdays, the farmers markets, the Christmas parades, the 4th of July parades, the Memorial Day parades, whatever it is, there are so many events happening that invite community out to actually be part of something bigger than just the small, maybe potential small family you have, to make friends, to do things, to go on bike rides, to go to kayaking, to go hit Beaver Lake, to go out to practice out in Oklahoma for some of the rock climbing, or over here. So there are so many things happening when it comes to community in the area. It is not hard to find a brand new, basically friend group when you get into the area itself. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds like what it is, literally a starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. It comes with a 120-page guide, literally made by me, of all the things happening in Northwest Arkansas. Population, demographics, schools, all the things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas, all the cool things happening, all the things right here, 120-page guide, comes right to your home. It comes with my 3-day itineraries, it comes with postcards, it comes with stickers. It comes with this handy dandy, you just get this for obvious reasons, the NWA coloring book, the coloring book, all right? This is just a trip and a half. I think I'm in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, there I am. Ah. You need this. You want this. I will send this to you, I promise. Anyways, you definitely want the NWA Starter Pack. So it's literally box shipped right to your home. Right to your home. Enter your name below. Enter your address below. Make sure you get that package shipped to you right away. Box right to your home. Side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It's my favorite folder, F word. Free! So enter your information below. Make sure to get the package shipped to you right away. All right, guys, see you in the next one.